Hey, what's up guys, it's Nick2. Today I'll be showing you guys the healer build that I just finished. I actually was just streaming, getting all the gear, and I set it up finally. So if you guys are interested in seeing me set up builds and stuff like that, please feel free to check me out over at Twitch at twitch.tv/Nick2. Stream pretty much every single day, and you see me do stuff like making this build on stream, so you can see it before I make videos. But anyways, I just finished this healer build. This is going to be the best build that you are going to want to run if you're doing like group content and stuff. This is going to be the best build for like support play and stuff like that. So overall, an amazing build if you're looking to heal. If you're one of those guys that goes on the floor a little bit too much, you know who I'm talking about. This might be the build that you're looking for. Or if you have a friend that goes on the floor a little bit too much and you want to be healing them, or you want them to be your healer, you know who to share this video to. So if you like it, please make sure to drop a like and subscribe for videos similar to this one. And if anybody needs help personally setting up a build like this, or maybe a DPS build, maybe you need help farming, maybe you need help getting some of like the season levels, anything like that, please feel free to email me at nick2biz@gmail.com. Today I do not have gameplay of this video. I'll show you guys, some tips on how to like get a lot of the heals really quickly, or I guess like how to maximize how much healing you're getting, and I'll show you guys how much healing that it does do. I just finished the build, so I don't have gameplay. If you guys want like legendary gameplay of this build, let me know down in the comments, and I will make a video showing some gameplay of using this in a legendary setting. So alright, so starting off with the specialization technician, that's pretty much the only thing worth using, mainly because it's going to give you 10% skill healing, and it's going to give you a skill tier. Other than that, nothing is really all that important. You can pretty much just upgrade all the other stuff if you want. Getting damage to drones, armor, I guess the armor kit is pretty nice, but it doesn't really matter all that much. You just want the additional skill tier for free and the extra skill healing. The skill tier itself doesn't even really matter that much because you can get it all in your gear anyway, because you actually cap out at 6. So if you don't want to run that, you don't have to. You can run another thing if you like using like, I don't know, the demolitionist grenade launcher or something. Just know that you're going to miss out on 10% healing. It's kind of a lot, but also kind of not, so it's up to you what you want to do there. In terms of the actual build, there's only a few things that are mandatory. Other than that, you can kind of do whatever you want. It's very easy to set up this build. I would recommend everybody to just set this up because it's really easy to do, and getting the gear is not hard at all. Because with the way that skill gear works is that it's always going to roll with one skill tier, and you don't have to worry about getting like a high weapon damage or a high skill tier roll on like the core attribute. So getting the gear for it isn't all that hard. So one of the main things that you want is you 100% want to get safeguard. This is going to make it to where when you're at full armor, it increases your skill repair by 100%. Skill repair just increases how much your actual skills healing is going to do, which is pretty much the only thing you care about with this build, is how much healing your skills do. So running safeguard, you're pretty much always going to make sure to use any of your skills at 100% armor, and if you use it at a 100% armor, it's going to keep the extra 100% skill repair for its entire duration. It doesn't matter if you lose armor after it, you're going to keep that up. This is called snapshotting, where if you have all of your buffs and then you use your skill, the skill is not going to retroactively change. It's going to keep however many buffs or whatever. It's going to be affected by like the amount of skill repair that you had at the time of using it. It's how much it's going to be affected for its entire duration. It does not retroactively get changed. This pairs very nicely with Reformation. So since you're using a healer hive, pretty much you shoot an enemy with Reformation, and then you keep up safeguard, and then it's going to increase the heal of your hive by 130%, and it's going to remain for that much the entire time. Pair this with the BTSU data gloves, which refreshes all your ally skill cooldowns and grants overcharge for 15 seconds whenever you detonate a hive, which is one of the main reasons we're running a healer hive. Healer hive's pretty good anyways, but that's one of the main reasons that we're running it. Granting overcharge is really good because it's going to increase how much healing your your chem launcher does, as well as increase the effectiveness of your reviver hive or your healer hive anyway. So this is pretty good. Allies can't benefit from this, but it's not a big deal. Every once in a while you get the overcharge, and that's pretty big. So you definitely want to make sure to get the gloves, and you're not really missing out on all that much by using these gloves. Other than that, you could decide to use like a normal high end, and then you could put on the Coyote's mask if you want to. But the thing about the Coyote's mask is that it pretty much always rolls all reds, and you usually just want like a tank or just a DPS player to be using this anyway. So I would say definitely make sure to go for BTSU data gloves. In terms of the talent on your backpack, or sorry, not on your backpack, on your chest, I run Empathic Resolve. This is just going to give you extra weapon damage for your teammates, which is usually pretty good. Buffing your teammates is really nice. It's total weapon damage, it's not amplified damage, so it's not as good as it could be, but it's still really good. They're going to be getting 15% almost all the time. If you want to use something else, you definitely can. There's like 2 other ones. There's Overwatch, and then there's another one that increases skill repair that stacks. Those are both pretty decent. It's kind of personal preference. I just go for the overall damage. Other than that, in terms of like brand sets and stuff, it doesn't really matter. There are a few things that are really good, like getting 3-piece Alps gives you repair skills, skill duration, and skill haste. That's really good. Getting 1-piece Murakami is alright for skill duration, or even 2-piece for repair skills. Even 1-piece Hannah Yu is pretty good for skill haste. Overall, as long as you have a very good combination of skill haste, repair skill, and skill duration, you're set. I'd probably rather have Hannah Yu for skill haste instead of the skill duration here, but I'm not all that mad about it. It's really not that big of a deal. Just make sure to prioritize repair skills and skill haste, and you'll be perfectly fine. As you can see on most of my gear, I just have, skill tier, repair skills, skill haste, repair skills, and then same thing here. Instead of my crit damage, I'd rather just have skill haste, but not that big a deal. On my holster, I'm running armor because, like I said before, you can only max out at 6 skill tiers. So once you have 6 skill tiers, you don't need to be getting any more because you can't get 7, and I have 6 currently because I'm getting 1 from the specialization. So I just put armor on this piece. The reason I'm not running a brand set is because the only other brand set I'd probably want would be either Hannah Yu or Murakami. I could put this Hannah Yu on for skill haste, but let's say that I wanted the Murakami, right? I'd be getting 15% repair skills, but with this, I'm able to actually put on another utility mod, which lets me benefit from an extra 17% repair skills here, which is better than the 15%. And it's also pretty easy to craft this. It's kind of hard to get a good roll, but I crafted like 10 and I got something pretty decent. You don't have to run the improvised holster. It's just nice because it gives you the extra mod slot here, which means that you can put in whatever you want and you don't really have to worry about it being rolled well. But if you want to use like Hannah Yu, Murakami, anything else like that, you can. I don't recommend using RNK because this only increases your incoming repair as well as how much repairs, or it only increases how much healing you receive rather than your teammates, and all you care about is your teammates. So I don't run RNK. You can run that if you want to though. And then in terms of the skill that you're using, you want to use the Reinforcer Chem Launcher, and then you want to use the Restorer Hive. So that's pretty much it for the build. I'll give you guys a quick demonstration, but in terms of what you want to mod on this, it doesn't really matter. I just go 1 ammo and then healing, and then on the Hive, I don't have anything good. I would just go for duration, radius, and if you can get healing here, that's probably what you want. Overall, it's not going to make that big of a difference. My cat is about to make a guest appearance because he's been freaking out and is very clingy, so I gotta say hello to my cat. But in terms of how you actually want to play with this, so what I'd recommend doing is always make sure to use your skills when you're at 100% health, because that's going to snapshot your thing. And also always make sure to use your Hive whenever you have Reformation up, and just keep Reformation up. As long as you're landing headshots, you're going to keep it up 100% of the time. So I'll show you guys the demonstration. So quickly what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw down my Hive and then I'm going to break it. Breaking it is going to give me overcharge, and overcharge is going to increase the healing of my chem launcher by a quite good amount, like 20%, increase the duration by a lot, and the radius by 150%, which is huge. And it's also going to increase the healing of my Hive by a lot. I can't actually show you because I have it out. Anyways, I'm just going to break it right here, and then that's going to grant me overcharge, and then I'm going to shoot my gun, and then if I throw out another Hive, I'm going to be benefiting from safeguard, and then now I'll just damage myself and I'll show you guys. So that's just the Hive healing me, and then if I were to put down like 1 chem launcher, I can pretty much just sit here forever. And yeah, that's pretty much it. You want to make sure to detonate your Hive whenever it runs out of charges. Sometimes you might want to wait till the very last second to actually throw your Hive down after you detonate it for the overcharge. So you can throw it down and then detonate it for the overcharge, and then you have like a little timer down there. As you can see right now, it's on cooldown, but you have a timer. It gives it to you for 15 seconds, so you pretty much want to wait 14 seconds and then throw out the Hive again so that it has max charges when you throw it down. As you can see right now, I'm at like 7 charges, so if I throw it, it's going to stay at that amount of charges until it blows up. And then if I were to, let's see if I take damage here. If I take some damage and then I make it expend the charges, as you can see, the healing is not anywhere near as good as it was when I was overcharged, which is one of the main reasons that you run the data gloves, because you can just get some really high on-demand heals, as well as like pairing it with safeguard and reformation and stuff. But as you can see, once I run out of the charges, if I run out of charges, it's not going to be healing me for anything, so then you just detonate it, and then you just kind of got to sit there and wait a little bit. So you pretty much want to wait for your Reviver Hive to be around like 30 charges and stuff, so I'd be pretty careful with the use of your Reviver Hive. But Otherwise, the chem launcher is going to heal for a lot anyway, so I'll use Reformation and then I'll just spam some. So I'll put like one chem launcher down, right, and then you can just see how much it heals. If I just sit here, like, the chem launcher is going to heal for a lot, and that's only with Reformation up and Safeguard. If I had Overcharge up, it's going to heal for way more than that. So I'll heal myself again just to give you guys a demonstration, and then I'll put down 2 chem launchers just to show you that pretty much makes you invincible. And then I'll show you guys my Overcharge cooldown is about to come off cooldown, so I'll do that real quick as well. Chem launcher duration isn't that long, but the cooldown is pretty quick, so you can use them quite frequently. So as you can see, my BTSU data gloves thing is gone, so I'm going to throw this down and then pretty much just instantly break it. You don't have to instantly break it, you could just keep it there and then just wait. And then as you can see, my BTSU thing at the very bottom there, it's just about to run out, so right when it's about to run out, I'll throw down another hive, and that's going to benefit from the overcharge. And then I should have gotten Reformation first, but that's not a big deal. And then if I do 1 chem launcher plus this, as you can see, the healing is pretty insane. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully this video helped you out. If it did, please make sure to drop a like and subscribe for videos similar to this one, and I will see you guys later. Peace.